The Durrell Wildlife Conservation Trust has its headquarters in Jersey, but works on projects all around the world. Much is known about the hands-on work with the pink pigeon in Mauritius, the mountain chicken frog on Montserrat, and the ploughshare tortoise of Madagascar. But Durrell is also helping out in other regions where its academy graduates are adapting and employing conservation techniques learnt at Durrell to improve the chances of survival for animals in their home countries. Durrell has been working in Colombia with its partners for a decade on some of the country's rarest animals that are threatened by deforestation, animal trafficking and the pet trade. Seguinus leucopus, the white-footed tamarin, found only in Colombia, has fallen victim to a disappearing habitat. Large numbers are also known to have been taken from the wild for pets. And these little monkeys are now thought to be seriously threatened. Durrell stepped in 10 years ago and, using experience gained from successfully breeding other sensitive South American tamarins, the team have been able to nurture and educate the talented zookeepers, wildlife experts, national park staff and conservationists in Colombia as part of a joint Colombian and European Zoo Association programme.
Back in 2006, there's a group of us from Europe who run a specialist group on marmosets and tamarins, and we identified the fact that the white-handed tamarin, the Seguinus leucopus, which is endemic only to the Magdalena Valley of Colombia, was in big trouble. There was no conservation programme focusing on this species. There was no captive population in country acting as a safety net for the species. So we decided to come over in 2006 and get as many people as possible together to sit round a table and run a workshop identifying what we needed to do with the species.
Since shining a spotlight on the issues facing Seguinus leucopus, attitudes towards conservation in Colombia have changed.
This Seguinus leucopus program was a really big symbol for all of us and the beginning of a new path, of a new story in our institutions in Colombia. Zoos became now important, and now Colombian zoos are partners, real partners of conservation inside of our institution in breeding programs, but also in the wild.
Over the years, Durrell and other experts from Colombia, Europe and America have given lectures at workshops in Colombia and provided enclosure designs and management protocols, resulting in improved breeding success and an increase in infant survival.
We have been working a lot in an integral program, considering the captive breeding program, the education, the in situ research. We had in that time a poor knowledge of the species in all the parts of the species. We don't know anything about management, we don't know anything about the behavior or the distribution and densities in the wild or the health in the wild, and we start to plan every year what we have to do for the next year, and also we integrated with the National Conservation Program that it was published in 2008. So we start to work together. And we have been working with many institutions to try to have partners of all national institutions besides the European Association of Zoos and Aquariums that has been the financial support for more than 10 years.
What we want to do with the white-footed tamarin is make it as famous as the golden lion tamarin or the cotton-top tamarin, which are great icons for conservation.
A major step forward for the project is the purchase of an area of land that will become a dedicated forest reserve for the protection of this seriously threatened primate.